We're here with the 2023 Hyundai Ioniq 6. There's a lot we like about it, but a few kind of annoying quirks, so let's get into it. The first thing we should talk about with the Ioniq 6 is its styling. It looks fantastic to us. It's very swoopy and rounded. Basically everywhere the Ioniq 5 EV SUV that Hyundai makes is square, this is round. And it's sort of a function follows form thing because this is a very aerodynamic design as well. It has a very low coefficient of drag. You still get some of the pixel details, mostly in the lighting elements that we've seen on the Ioniq 5, but everything else is just as much of a radical departure as it can be. These are the 20-inch wheels. 18-inch aero wheels are available depending on the trim. So these will cost you a little bit in terms of efficiency, but we do like the way they look a lot. And then as you come along the side here, more pixel details. You get this nice swoopy greenhouse. There are some consequences to that. We'll get into that, but it looks really good. And then as you come along the back, more pixel details, a very cool way to integrate the raised third tail light. Looks really good. The styling may not be for everyone, but not only do we think it looks great, we like that it really helps with efficiency. So big win for the Ioniq 6 there. Another great thing about the Ioniq 6 is its charging capability, which is among the fastest in the class. With its advanced architecture, you can use up to 350 kilowatt DC fast chargers, which Hyundai says in ideal conditions can get you from 10% to 80% charge in as little as 18 minutes. We've been able to replicate that fairly closely. Your experience will vary based on a lot of factors: temperature, battery state of charge, battery temperature, the actual charging infrastructure's ability to deliver that rate of charge. In our experience, Hyundais are among the fastest EVs right now when it comes to charging, and that's really great and really useful when you're trying to take one of these on a road trip. So another excellent part of the Ioniq 6 experience is its driving. This is a really nicely driving car. It's not as sharp as, say, the Tesla Model 3 or some versions of the Polestar 2, but it is sharper than the Ioniq 5. It's got a bit more of a sporty character to it, very fun to drive, EV quick. This is the long-range battery pack, so 77.4 kilowatt hours instead of the standard range is 53 kilowatt hours. And this does have dual motor all-wheel drive, so you get 320 horsepower. You do pay for that a little bit in range with the long-range battery pack and rear-wheel drive. You can get up to 361 miles of range, but that's in the rear-wheel drive configuration. With dual motor, the most you can get is 316 miles. Both of those are with 18-inch wheels. This one has 20s, so what you're left with is a slight decrease in range and efficiency. You're looking at approximately 270 miles of range in this version, but it drives really well, rides really nicely, still very comfortable overall. Again, a little bit sharper than the Ioniq 5, but not as sharp as some of the EV sport sedans that are currently on the market. We could see that change. Hyundai is making an Ioniq 5N. It's sort of interesting that they're starting with the 5, which is the SUV, instead of the 6, which is the sedan, but it seems likely that this car will also get an N version at some point. But overall, just very pleasant to drive, remarkably good visibility for the body shape. Big B-pillar, but decent view out the back, decent view out the front. The A-pillars get in the way a tiny bit, but not too much. Really great to see out of for what it looks like. And if you want a little bit of extra help, this does have the blind spot camera monitors as well. But yeah, if you're looking for a fun to drive Hyundai EV until the Ioniq 5N comes out, this is really the one you should be looking at. Another great thing about the Ioniq 6 is its interior. It's very stylish. It's probably just as stylish on the inside as it is on the outside. This is a bit of a different design as well from the Ioniq 5. Inside, it's less utilitarian, less functional. Still very functional though. You get great storage down here under the center console, some nice cup holders, a decent sized cargo bin as well with some USB device charging. Really well laid out, really lovely looking. You get nice design touches like these wings on the dash, some pixels on the seats. Ambient lighting is available. You get more pixels here by the air vents. And then on top of that, you get these great dual 12.3-inch displays, one for your instrument panel and one for your multimedia. We've seen this before. It's very familiar if you've been in an Ioniq 5. Works great, very easy to configure, very easy to use, very responsive as well. Big fans of it, and overall this is a very comfortable place to be as long as you're sitting up front. But that said, there is one complaint up front, and it's something we've said about Hyundais a lot in recent years, and that is the lack of wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto connectivity. If you'd like to use either of those features, you're gonna need a USB-A cord, and you're gonna need to plug in to use them. You're also gonna need 2 sets of cables because every other USB port in this car is USB-C. But again, Hyundai knows this. It seems like they're starting to work on it, but it's still a miss, and it's still something that we find really convenient and a great feature in a lot of cars, and just a miss for Hyundai that they still don't have it in some of their more higher profile ones. The biggest complaint we have about the Ioniq 6 is its back seat, specifically how it doesn't really fit adults. I'm 6'1", so I'm not exactly a small adult, but trust me, this is cramped even for people who are smaller than I am. I also took off my hat, so I apologize for the hat hair, but as you can see, my head is basically planted in the headliner as I move around, so I really have to slouch, which in turn raises my knees up higher. And while there is a good amount of leg room, if I wanted to lower that knee position, can't do it. Can't slide my feet under the front seat at all. Really, anyone with adult-sized feet will not be able to do that, so this is what you get. It's the consequence of that swooping design and that really low roof line. If you want a functional back seat and a Hyundai EV, you should really consider the Ioniq 5. This is more for people who only want to transport 2 adults who can sit up front. Another downside to the Ioniq 6 is its price. This 2023 limited all-wheel drive model stickers for $57,425, including destination, and it's not currently eligible for the federal EV tax credit. The good news for shoppers is that the 2024 Ioniq 6 sees prices drop a little bit across the board. A similarly equipped 2024 model would end up at around $2,500 less, but you're still not getting that EV tax credit. So something to consider. The Tesla Model 3, one of the Ioniq 6's chief competitors, is still eligible as of now. That could all change as the EV tax credit continues to evolve, but for now, you are probably going to pay a little bit more to get into one of these. But despite the lack of tax credit eligibility and the few annoyances, especially on the interior, we do really like the Ioniq 6. We think it's a great EV. You get that great Hyundai EV experience. It's a lot like the Ioniq 5, but with a focus more on fun and efficiency over utility and family. So if you want that utility, you should probably go with the Ioniq 5, but if you're looking for a sportier ride and a more stylish exterior, we think you should consider the Ioniq 6. They're both great EVs, and we think Hyundai has another hit on its hands with the Ioniq 6.